Well, good evening and welcome to another Scale Model Ninja. Tonight we'll be carrying on with the Huey Viper. And, oh, excuse me, a bit froggy today. I've been out with a little lad. Went for a little run around so he could actually get his birthday presents. So, a bit croaky today after shouting at him to behave. So, yeah, tonight we're carrying on with the Huey Viper, which is the more modern version of the AC Cobra. And we'll go into chat and see who's in, and that's Hugh Gordon's the first one in tonight, saying hi to Hugh, and he's saying evening Ross, hope you're good. Not too bad, just a bit of a croaky throat. Other than that, everything's going all right. And you've got Cora Pink saying hi to Hugh, and Hugh saying hi Cora, nice night for it lass. Then we've got White Glove Models in. Good evening White Glove. He's saying hello everyone. And Cora Pink saying sure is Hugh, hope you're keeping well, and hi to White Glove. And White Glove goes, thanks to Hugh Gordon for the landy info. And he's also going, hello Cora Pink, hope your day is well. And we've got Hugh Gordon say, just dandy thanks, hope you are also. I'm well, thank you, says Cora Pink. And Hugh Gordon said, hi, White Glove Models, no problems. On the landy, we had lots of on the farm at one time or another in many states of repair. And good old landies. Great vehicles to run around in. So, itchy foot. So far, I think we've got the base part of the cockpit done. And we'll be carrying on working a bit more on that today. I was hopefully going to try and find some pictures of the interior of it, but I haven't been able to do that yet. So I will at some point get some pictures so I can actually do a bit more detailing of it. But we'll get there somewhere. You can see quite a bit of detail when you look through the canopies of it. And we've got White Glove Model saying, hiya Ross, good to see you. That's nice to be seen. So we'll go down to MacCam and see where we've got to. Here we go. There. I've just managed to get a few parts sorted off, ready for the next stage of what I've got to do, because we've got this part all done so far. We've actually done some of the decals and a couple of bits of photo etching now onto it, and they're all set firmly for keypads. So we need parts D10 and B4 and A10. So here we are. Where's that bloody? C. There's A. Did I? Oh, there. We want A10. And that little part there. We want B. Yeah, a minute. She's got a bit of bomb stuck in it. We want B4, which is that part there. There. That's all them parts off. Okay, so now we're just gonna work out all these parts, clean them up a little bit with a scalpel. them. Wendy Hickson joining us. Good evening, Wendy. And she's saying, hi everyone, hope you're all well, keeping well. Yes, thank you. Good to see you here. Hope you're feeling better now. Of course, now that I've gone live, the dog's decided to start creating. There we go. So it looks like Mrs. M's going to have to come back down and let him out. It's always the same. Every time I try and go live, the dog wants to put his 2 pennies worth in. Hopefully Mrs. M will come down in a minute and let him out. And here she is, as if on cue. Mm-hmm. Good evening, Dan. He's now Dark Ronin Modeler. Good evening, mate. He's saying good evening, Chippy and Cora. And then you have to excuse the noise in the background. The dogs decided to wreck the place on the way out. And he's saying good evening, Chief and Cora. And he's also saying good evening, fellow modelers. And we've got White Glove Model saying hello to Dark Ronin Modeler. That's all them bits done, ready. Okay. We have. Is it time to make sure it'll dry fit together? Like so. And that piece will go onto there. And there's one other piece I've got to get off as well. D10. No, you're not going to fit into there, are you? So I'm going to have to slightly modify this bit, I think. It just don't want to go into where it's supposed to. So yeah, so what we all been up to lately? Anything good? We all having a good weekend so far? And basically, what's on your bench this evening? I haven't really been up to much this week. I've been back working at last due to weather constraints and materials supplies. So it's been good to get back at it. So hopefully I should get my latest jobs completed. We got Dark Ronin saying, nice to see some plastic sprue goodness on the workbench there, Chief. Yeah, it's as I said, started this one last week. It's going together reasonably well for the time being. Oh, it goes up to there. So I've just got to clean that a bit more. At the moment, I'm just dry fitting these pieces together just to make sure they all go into place, which they seem to be doing. Excellent. Okay, so we can now stick these into position. And I've managed to acquire a new bottle of glue after the misadventures of the youngest one over the during the week, where he decided he was going to literally pour all my glue from both my extra thin and the Tamiya full fat glue, I'd call it. He decided he was going to pour it all into my brush pot and generally waste it all, and then he decided to mix in, just for good measure, my Microsol and Microset, and then on top of that he also put the full fat glue in. So yeah, and then decided he was going to stick a few of my Warhammer figures into it and see what happened. And of course they turned out to something like what you'd sort of envision from like The Walking Dead, with the faces dripping off them. So yeah, it was quite an interesting little experiment done by him, but at least this time it wasn't actually super glue that he was messing around with, unlike last time, which he was, and where he somehow managed to glue his hand to his arm and then decided to near enough glue himself to my bench, well, seat, and then everywhere around here was literally covered in it. But there we go, that's the misadventures of a 3-year-old. But he's never touched any super glue since, so hopefully this time around he won't touch any other stuff. A little sod that he is. Okay, right, let's put it into there like so. Yeah, that's that bit put together. Put that to one side for a minute. Give that a few minutes to dry off, and then we've got to catch up on the chat. We'll go Lynn Dipple saying, "Well, I got home from work and look who I found on the big 42-inch telly. Hi Ross, hugs." Oh, thank you very much, Lynn. Nice to be on the big TV. And we've got Cora Pink going, "Hi Dark Ronin and Lynn." And we've got Lynn Dipple saying, "Hi to Cora." White Glove Models, Dark Ronin, Hugh, Wendy, and all hugs. And you got Dark Ronin saying, "I have cracked open my Tamiya 124 scale R34 Skyline GTR kit. Fancy the change from tanks and warbirds. Car kits are certainly more labour intensive." Yes, they are, mate, especially if you're trying to get the finish on them. So that'll be an interesting one to see when you progress on that. And you got White Glove Model saying, "Hi to Lynn, hope your day was well." And Dark Ray Modeler saying, "Hi to Lynn Diffle." And you got White Glove Model saying, "Dark Ronin Modeler, I've heard that's a great kit. Should be fun." Yeah. Those I do not have a view on because I generally don't build civilian stuff. I mainly all build military stuff, and that's about the limit of what I do. Don't want to lose that bit because that goes on top of dish. So what I have seen is like we've got a load of little buttons and that around this one, haven't we? And on there. What I'm going to do now is get the buckles for that, which are these two here. And that piece goes on the top of it as well, I think. And that bit go. turn. So yeah, that's where it goes. Move on to there. Just see where that goes. Yeah, you. There. Or is it the other way around? Oh, it's all the way up. Left side. There we go. And that goes onto there. So that was the missing bit that I couldn't find before. For some reason I'd taken it off and put it inside there. That should explain that one. We've got Lynn Dipple saying, I'm doing good now that I'm home. White glove models. Just one more day, then I'm off on Monday. Ooh, she got a Monday off. That sounds good. Lucky enough I had another pots of these spare in the drawer from when the little monster decided he was going to have fun. Oh, that's not good. I think then replaced at some point. We've got these to paint up. I'll just get all that painted up in a minute. We need that grey, didn't I? Used somewhere. There we go. I am trying to decide if I really need the Lego USC Falcon. I really want it, but finances aren't letting me. But dang, this might be the last time I can get it. More Lego. This is not one of the cheapest kits to get, is a Falcon. Especially if you get the, which is what your 5-scale one I think you want, isn't it? If it is, it's going to be a rather expensive kit for you to get hold of. Little green screen, is it? Can't look. Hopefully now push it down flat. And there we go. So that's a little, there we go. That's the little screens in place. So that piece ready. We've just got to do some detailing of the buttons and that lot on that piece. But then we've got this one now, should be dry enough to paint up. And I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a screen at the back there as well, but it could well be, I don't know. But we'll paint it all black grey for the time being. And we'll work round bits of it. Unlike some people, I mean, I paint as I build. A lot of people, even when it's just not just a cockpit, it's a lot of people actually paint when it's all being put together. But as you probably noticed, because even when I'm doing my Warhammer stuff, I actually paint it in its separate parts. I just find it a lot easier that way, because I'm able to get into the smaller areas and bring out the detail without actually having to mess about too much and go over things on numerous occasions where I've ended up covering where I shouldn't have done. So yeah, this is one of the reasons why I paint as I build. What other little holes for? It doesn't actually show anything going into it yet. Probably something in a little while. Yeah, so I had a nice little trip out today with the youngest. He went to buy himself some new toys from his for his birthday. That was last start of the week, sorry, last week. So yeah, we went out to Bradford and Halifax to do some toy shopping, and then I treated him to his McDonald's for his lunch and, well, I think, no, sorry, dinner. He had a Greggs for lunch. So yeah, he enjoyed his day out. We've got, let's see, and you got Dark Radio Models saying, White God Models, it is a really lovely kit. Tamiya never disappoint me yet. Have a few more in the stash, as the Tamiya 124 scale cars are very affordable. Yeah, they are actually. I mean, but if you really want to have a test on Tamiya kits, try doing the Harrier FRS one. That will test you. So got Linda Dipple saying, so Ross, what you building? I paint, and then she goes, I paint as I build too. Yeah, this is the Academy 135th Huey Viper. I'll show you a picture of it in a minute. And I've got this bit done. There we go. It is. Where are we at now? Oh, there it is. It is that thing. So yeah, it will be done in the Marines markings, and it should have the sharp mouth on it. So yeah, should be an interesting build, and it's been looks really good so far. I mean, there's a lot more detail to it than I thought there would be, and it's going together reasonably well, to say the least. Quite a few little fiddly bits, and then there's of course the forever lovely photo etch. Which, lucky enough, you don't get too much of it. Leave that bit to dry, and then we go on to, let's see, it's the seating area, I think, because that bit should fit to there, like so, and that will join on to that. I've actually missed a little bit at the front there as well. Touch up around them. I always seem to enjoy building helicopters quite a lot. It's Lynn saying hugs to Lynn Dipple, and then Lynn's saying nice heli. Yep. Hopefully when I've got this one done, I may build the Operation Herrick Merlin, as I have 2 of them in the stash, which I'm looking forward to building, because I might actually do one in the American markings and then the other one in the British markings. So that should be interesting enough. There's that one. Take that off of there. Good. Ooh, itchy nose. Let's sit this one. Onto there, actually. Just sit there, I think. It seems like you have gone over a little bit. What can we do with that? Strange. Couple of little marks there that I've brought on it. So there we go, that's them sorted. That was after tidying up the parts clipped from the sprues, I'll be painting before assembly on the skyline, but definitely using sprays on the main car body in between the many sanding phases. Yeah. That's definitely one thing you'll need to do, is lots of sanding with the car models, depending on the finish of it you're wanting to do. And yes, start running the Merlin that you've had some experience with, not exactly building it, but losing one that we know of. That's come off. Stick that back up again. Use the other glue with that. I bet you're going to be clogged up now, aren't you? Yep. So cleared it out of it now. Yep, that's something the Tamiya Thin doesn't seem to like when it goes sort of connecting stuff when it's had paint on the piece that you're doing. It doesn't like that for some strange reason. So that's one of the reasons why I use different mixture of glues. Oh, come on, see it in position. Oh, God. Sit. That's you set into place. There you go, that's that piece in. And leave that to dry. Yeah, this is basically the first time I've been back at my bench in since Tuesday. I've not really sat at it, and then it not lost chief. It's in a very secure and safe location now. Yeah, not the tip bag then. And then Lynn's going, looky, the glue is smoking now. Yeah, I mean, managed to catch the flame onto the glue, which I don't normally do. But yeah, if you squeeze it too hard, it does give you a little flaming thing, but it normally just clears it out if you just use the heat to clean the tip of the nozzle out, and it usually works one way or another. Oh. There. Stick that in position. Nope. Should be that piece. Should hopefully hold that all nicely. So next up is the seats. Which there we have. And Linda was saying good deal DRM. We have 2 sheets. It should be on these 2 sprues. Move that out of the way a minute. Yeah. 26 and 27. Quite surprised how big the rotor blades are on this thing. So yeah, in a reasonable size. Yeah, yeah. There. Lynn's going. I have the Academy 135 AH60L DAP Black Hawk and can't wait to start it someday. Yeah, it is supposed to be quite a nice kit as well. A lot of good extras for that as well. You can get all the crew and the sort of like door guns and everything like that in detailed etch. So yeah, I mean, I did have that kit at one point, but I sold it to a friend, and in exchange I got the 48 version included. So I got quite a good deal out of that in the end. And that one I've built already, and it's hanging up on the ceiling behind me. One of the most enjoyable helicopter kits I've built is the Revell 1/24th scale. No, 1/35th scale Apache helicopter. That was a fun build. I did enjoy that. Bit fiddly around the cockpit area for the canopies, but other than that, it went together really well. And it hasn't turned out too bad. I do have a 24th scale Huey to build yet, so I'm actually going to look forward to building that one, as I've only just finished like recently the Huey Venom, and that was by the Kitty Hawk. That was a really good kit again. So I do have the Huey Viper in Kitty Hawk kit, but then when I was just about to start building it, I found out that half the sprue D is missing from new when I unpacked it. So yeah, so what I've got to do is go buy another kit and then see if I can find somebody that will resin print the missing half the sprue that I need, because it happens to be all the seating and everything else for the internals of the helicopter. So yeah, not too good just for the price of the kit. And I can't exactly contact the company now because they've gone bust. They were trading with Panda models, and that's another kit that's gone, well, another company that's gone bust. So yeah, not good, as they say. Let me stick you in position. So one seat. We can't see the ejection pin markings, but they look bleeding awful. Stuff like that. Look. 2 sheets. Sit there. Next up, there'll be lots of little side bits by the looks of it. So we want C17. C17. It's mostly all C sprue by the looks of it. D, A, B. Of course, it has to be underneath this lot. Oh. So, Lynn, has your parcel turned up yet? Or did you manage to get to the post office and check whether or not it had turned up? We want, right now, C17, that one. There, and then we want the C39 and 34. That just goes springing off some wet. Oh. The C39 areas. And got dark areas. Ejector pin marks should be banned. Yeah, sadly that will never happen though. No matter what you do, they always seem to find their way onto the models. C42 is another one. I'll leave that on there. Okay. And C67. Should allow me to paint them bits while they're in that position. C16. The parts I need now. Okay. I haven't had time to go and ask the post office. No, it hasn't shown up yet. I'm going to go tomorrow. I'll let you know. Okie dokie. I hope it does turn up. And I hope it's still there for you. It seems to be a never-ending saga at the moment. But it does seem that somebody else has had a parcel that I've sent them gone astray by the looks of it. And that's another friend over in the States. I sent him 2 figures from 2 Warhammer figures, and they seem to have vanished into thin air as well. For some strange reason. Okay, so this is going to be the fun part now. Let's see where we're going to go with this. And that one's actually got a stick from there. Right, so it comes forward. Oh, that's bad. There's only got 3 ejector markings there, I think, unless they're actually part of it. There seems to be a lot of ejection pin markings on that. It seems as though they don't belong, but not much I can do about that. But lucky enough with them being inside the side of the cockpit, I might actually lose them in so they won't be seen so much. But yeah, not happy with that at all. On it, get these painted. And you got Dark Rain saying cockpit is looking good, Chief. Nicely detailed. Yeah, it's quite a very detailed kit. I was saying earlier, there's a lot in it really. I mean, that's why I intend actually trying to find some pictures of the interior of this type of helicopter. It'd be a shame not to try and bring out some of the detail. And try and get all the buttons and everything like that, sort of an idea of them. So I must remember to have a look tonight before I put it all away, and then hopefully get a bit of detail done on it before I pack up tonight. But I'll have to do that when the show's over and done with tonight. Oh, where's that? Cool. Those sides up like that. Give that a few minutes to dry. Now I've got to find another couple of my blue tack sticks for these seats. And there's one. There we go. Oh. I think one of the age-old questions is like, for a modeler, is why do we paint the interior of certain kits, especially when we know that once you've buttoned it all up, you'll never see any of it. And I think, like most other models, we just basically we do it because we know it's there and done then, as far as what I'm concerned. But what's everybody else's views of painting interiors, especially on the smaller aircraft like 172nd, that you don't really get to see the interiors of them. We've got Lynn saying, I used to build World War II aircraft, but now I want to start building something else like Warhammer, helicopters and whatever else that looks good to me. Yeah, I mean, I only build kits that I like and enjoy. It's one of the reasons why you'll never see me building very much civilian stuff, other than the London bus that I did, which I did enjoy doing. Hence the reason why I now have another one sat in the stash waiting. But where the first one was red, this one is going to be green. So, especially now I know the colour code for the paint that goes, the correct paint colour. I can then paint it in its original colours, proper colour from the bus company that ran it. And you have two different options to choose from when you're doing the Rebelle bus. So yeah, again, I'm looking forward to that. But like the body of the first one I did, I ended up spray painting that with rattle can, because I knew even with brush painting I wouldn't get the smooth enough surface that I wanted. So I resigned myself to using rattle can red, which is the London bus red. Some of you keen-eyed people might notice that I'm not actually painting the front of the seats. That I'm going to be using a khaki colour, not khaki, I mean an olive drab colour. And just to sort of like, as I've got no pilots to go in this one, I think, where have I? No, I haven't. It's the ones I had for the 48 scale, I had some pilots, but sadly this one doesn't come with any pilots. Would have been look good if it had, but there we go. Beggars can't be choosers, as they say. And we got Dark Rain is saying, Lindipple, good for you. Sometimes doing different kits can be a lot of fun and keeps the mojo alive. It certainly can. And Lynn saying, thanks. And you got the Revell bus is one of those kits that never seems to end. Definitely great kit though. Yeah, it is a nice kit, and especially when it comes to doing the decals on it, they do take, especially the seats, they do take a bit of effort, as they say. But I think my first one turned out okay. I was quite reasonably chuffed with it. It's actually sat on one of my shelves up the top there, surrounded and covered in tanks. They've got plenty of support. Okay, so this piece, we're going to have to glue it in. Otherwise, I can't get the other two little bits that need to go in position. I think that's supposed to go out. I should hopefully be able to stick this together with the extra thin. So, and hopefully I should now be able to put these pieces in. There you go. Cleaned up that. All cleaned up. And we've got Dark Ronin saying, tanks are brilliant kits too. My absolute favourites. Yes, we know you like tanks. There's a bit of a tank fetish to Dark Ronin. I suppose in a way there's nothing wrong with liking a bit of heavy metal. I think after I've done this this helicopter, the next stream or build on this Saturday stream should hopefully be on the lines of either a ship or a sub. Not sure which one to do yet. I might do me HMS York. She's misspelt it. And Lynn's saying nice cocker picking. Hawkadocky. I think that's supposed to say like nice cockpit, but yeah, it's coming together slowly but surely. It's a bit like you notice I keep washing my brush out, and the reason why I do that is the same reason when I'm actually painting my Warhammer figures. It'll give you a better, to keep the brush moist, then you get less chances of putting streaks into the paintwork, and it comes out a lot smoother. That's why I'm doing these this way. Okay. That's that bit on. Okay, so that done. And then this last little bit. Now, if I clean that up. No, I haven't. And we've got Dark Rain saying, be very careful about dipping your toes into Warhammer modelling. Take a look at that poor Ross. He has never been the same since he opened his first box. Yeah, and that's all your fault. You're the one who sent me all those figures in the first place. Not that I'm bothered about it. I mean, I enjoy it. So, yeah, good fun things to do. And I do my Warhammer the same way as I actually build my models. It's whatever takes me fancy, or if I like the look of it, then I'll build it, because I don't actually play the game. It's just something I enjoy doing. And you've got Hugh saying hi to Hugh, and then Hugh saying hi to Lynn. Lynn Nipples going, true, so true. Don't forget Colin and Dad. Yeah, well, Colin and Dad is, well, Colin's well and truly down the rabbit hole. He's gone past the hole and he's now in the second vaulted cavern past the hole. Let's see what you got. Lynn saying I have a 135th Tamiya Sherman tank. Ooh, very nice. It's the M4A3 Sherman with dudes. So you got the M4A3 Sherman with little men. The Tamiya Sherman I have just the M4. Well, it doesn't say anything other than that. M4 early production, I think it just says. Yeah. And then it has the whether it comes with any figures in it, I don't know. But yeah, that's the only Sherman that was. But I do have the rifled models Firefly in the stash, and that's quite a nice tank. So now we want olive drab pass on. I'm going to paint these little sheets up and then they can go in. That one. I think the only reason why I'm using these are supposed to be like the black grey as well, but I just like to add a bit of colour to them. Because I think the cockpit would look a bit too dull if I did it all black. So what I'm going to do is just add a bit of colour to make it look as though it's like seat padding. Hence the reason why I'm using the olive drab. Taking a bit of poetic license on this one a bit as well as trying to get it reasonably accurate to what it looks like on the box. That's one seat done. Oh, Oh, missed underneath. Not that I really need to paint the underneath part, but I will. And once again, it's one of those things where, like the interior of a 1/72 Vulcan, when you do that one, it's you don't paint, you still paint the inside of it anyway. Now, be honest, Chief, since doing Warhammer, can you actually walk past the Warhammer store without going in? Be honest. I've walked past it a couple of times, but that was generally because it was closed. When I've been there to look, it was actually turned out to be closed. So yes, on that one or two occasions, I have been able to. But most of the time, no, I'll go in and have a look. See what's on offer, see if there's anything new come in. Had a bit of a annoyance the other day when I got informed by WH Smiths that they have not received issue 5 of the Imperium Warhammer magazine I'm collecting for my eldest. And yeah, they haven't got any issue number 5 in stock because they supposedly hadn't received it. So I went to look on the Warhammer or Hatchet Partworks page, and to see that it's all been it's all out of stock, and it had only been released that day. But less than 3 hours later, if you wanted an issue number 5, you could get one off of eBay. But the only problem is they were selling the £8.99 magazine for between £25 and £30 because it was a limited edition Captain, I think, or whatever it was in that issue. So these scalpers had decided, oh well, we'll go and rip everybody off and see how much money we can steal from people. And that's one of the reasons why I really hate scalpers. They are annoying. So I phoned up Hatchet, asked them why is it that WH Smith hadn't received their allocated issues, and say why is it that I'm waiting yet again for them to deliver. Only to be told, when I said about the scalping and everything, to be told, turn around and told, oh, we didn't know about that as happening. Yeah. As if. So yeah, so I've now got some friends looking out and around and seeing if they can find me an issue number 5 without paying stupid money for it. Then you've got Lynn Nipple saying, probably not for Dan's question about being honest about walking past Warhammer shops. And then Lynn Nipple, the M4A3 is a great kit, enjoy. Thanks from Lynn saying someday I'll get to it. Lynn was also saying work has worn me out when I get home and I just don't feel like doing anything but watch TV. That's fair enough. Not everybody, a bit like me really. There's days where I'll come in and just sit down and vegetate out onto the sofa. Liverpool definitely one to look forward to. That's for the M4. Dark Rain is also saying, Chief, you'll experience this more and more with future issues. Yeah, it's just a sad state of affairs really, where you're trying to collect something and you end up having to bloody pay well over the odds just to get them. I mean, I managed to find a couple of sellers on eBay where, with me, Mortal Realms magazines, the ones that the models, the WH Smiths hadn't got for me, but I managed to find them on eBay, but the bloke who's actually selling them actually sold me them at cost price, which I thought was quite good of him. But then again, I don't think he realised what he'd done. But he did realise on the second lot that I was going to get off him. And yeah. Well, there we go. These things happen. But I will slowly track down the issues that I'm missing at some point or other. Okay. Now, this is going to be the fun part. I've got to paint these up. I'll check that chair off of there. Get you in there. I hope we get this bit dried off, and then we can then glue this into position. And the little bits that I've missed at the bottom, I'm painting them in when I've stuck it into position. So there's this little fella. And get that and push that into there. No, I haven't seen our friend Mr. Sprue and Glue in this evening. Unless he's been a wallflower and not saying anything. He usually does. I'm hoping that our friend Colin is making a speedy recovery. And he's not in too much discomfort. Go and say that I received my last 3 issues to 6 today. Issue 6 comes with 3 aggressors, so this issue will also sell out very quickly. I'm surprised that Hatchet didn't say hard luck for not subscribing. Well, I was quite surprised when they didn't say that as well, but I do actually subscribe in a way through WH Smiths, because I get it on a weekly basis, not just on. I didn't want to get it monthly because it's one big hit of money going out my account in one go. So I thought, well, no, I'll just arrange it through WH Smiths and get it weekly, and then I can just go in, pick it up, and that'll be it. But no, it doesn't always work that way. Lindy was saying, well, I just did it. I got the Lego USC Falcon, and I don't feel bad about it. Yeah. Give it another 10 minutes and then it'll sort of sink in that you've just spent all that money on another piece of plastic Lego. And you'll be thinking, oh no, what should have got this paid and not got that paid. But never mind. Hope you enjoy it though. Should be a lovely kit to build. Not jealous at all. But just saying, if you need somebody to look after it for you when you receive it, then you can always send it to me. He's like saying, Hatchet are a very hit and miss company to deal with. If you struggle to get an issue 5, then please let me know, as I'm sure we can come to an agreement so Nipper don't miss out. Yeah, well, you'll need it for your one, mate, so I wouldn't expect you to lose out on your one. That wouldn't be fair. If I have to, I'll just go out and buy one at a slightly dearer price, but I'm refusing to pay £25 to £30. And at some point, like most of the other magazines, they'll drop down in price when they don't sell. People, they'll realise that they'll just end up sitting on them, because it's the same person who's put pictures up of is selling about 15 copies of it. So yeah, not very good, but not much we can do about it, sadly. And as Hatchet has already said to me, supposedly they're not in. They don't know a thing about it. Yeah, but something they need to do something or try to do something about that. Okay, Ross. If I need a babysitter for it, I'll send it to you. Yeah, I'll definitely look after it for you. Got White Glove Model saying, bye all, see you soon, got to run errands. Well, you stay safe, mate, have fun, and see you hopefully on the next stream. Okay, so this will be an interesting bit to try and stick in a position. Try and get this to sit in the right position and then attach the other one to it. Touch them up. That's that bit done. Now, this is the fun part. Let's see if I can actually get it to join up. Let's see if we can get this to join up without knocking everything else to pieces. Oh, come on. There we go. Whee! It's in. I managed to get it to sit in. There's tiny little pipe work here at the back here. It's there. So yeah, managed to get it to sit in position as well. Bonus! Take that as a win. Well. Okay. That's that bit done. So the front on that other side is C42 on the back. Which is that one. Dark Rose. I already have the Primaris Captain Bud from the Indomitus box set. Ah. So the Captain model from issue 5 is not one I'll be needing. So it's here if you want it. Oh, that'd be most appreciated. I'm sure the little lad will appreciate because it's going to be turned into a Blood Angels captain for him. Because that's what I intend doing with the whole of that series. Is where I'll be doing the Tyranid army. Well, not Tyranid, I think it is Tyranid, isn't it? Necron, sorry. Army for myself. And then the other, all the Space Marines will be going as Blood Angels for him. Oh, come on. What's it like? That clip under or sit on the side? Ah, clips under. Like shoe. Okay, so There. Right, bit of that, sorry. Yeah, they all sit there. That's fine. There we go. That's that piece in. Okay, so now we've got to stick the seats in. Missed a bit there on the little green bits. And you got a white dark red saying goodnight to white glove models. Okay, just a shit in position. You know, you want to go in. There we go. Touch that a little bit up there, top there. It's still looking a bit dull, so I might have to just touch up around where I can get to the buttons and everything later on. I think that'll look a lot better when I do that, something like that. Especially on the control columns. There's a few little buttons I can do, and especially along top there and everything. And for the lights, I think they're supposed to be like a white button going around the edge. So yeah, we'll have a play around with that, I think, before we do the final fitting and everything, and then I'll play around with that off air for a bit. It should make it look a lot better. So next up is this one. Keep putting my scalp and everything down. There it is. Okay. So you back here, go that way around. So, make sure. There we go. That's that bit in position. Now we need to throw that right away. Where have I put that bit? Oh no! It's a washed piece. Be around somewhere. Yeah, definitely have. Probably thrown the bleeding thing in the bin. My accident. No, my luck. Oh, there it is. Even in that tweed. Sure. So that's where cockpit's gone up to so far. Seats are in. It's all built together. Off. This one should under there. Like so. There we go. And there we go. That should be that piece all done. So yeah, that's the majority of the cockpit now all sorted. So other than the detailing of it all, which I will be doing off there. I'm see if I can get some better picture of it in a minute. A few little touch-ups here and there. So, this back piece be going as a gunmetal anyway when it gets done. Because I think the engine, if I remember right, the engine pod sits on rotary pod, I should say, sits on that up there. So we just need your help. I usually paint them black metal. That looks part of the engine bay. And there we go. That's that bit done. So yeah, quite chuffed with that so far. How that's turned out. As I said, you just need a bit more detailing with all the buttons and everything. So when I actually find a decent interior pick, I will use that. Blimey, we're going now. Been going over for an hour already. Hour and 20 minutes nearly. So yeah, coming along quite nicely and quite chuffed the way that's gone so far. So next parts are the actual nose section outside of it. By the looks of it, we need. Oh, I need to put 3 grams of ballast weight in it as well. So yeah, that'll be work that out in a minute. Oh, better. Let's see. A1 part. So we actually get part of the body. A1, that side there. And we're supposed to paint the inside of it grey again as well. Yeah, it's going to be quite a big welly wop to this one. I'm quite actually enjoying this one. Oh, off you come. That's it. Don't need them out of the bit yet. Let me take these off. Just need to put it on that first. Let's see what. Oh, 20 past. I'll just clean this up and then we'll start wrapping things up this evening. I think Mrs. M wants to play one of the sleep sound music things tonight at some point. Can't remember what the name of the actual site is again now. She will have to pimp it herself. But if you're like me and you struggle to sleep at night time, and if you've got like a tinnitus in your ears, these sleep sound videos that the Mrs. M makes are very, very helpful. They help distract your hearing. Don't always work for me though, especially in the last couple of weeks for some strange reason. That's it. Looks like all the wide boys are out tonight, buzzing around like silly idiots. So look how that fits. Oh, that's fine, that fits into there. That would explain why that's there. It's going to take a bit of clamping, but yep, that'll go together. That's not looking too bad. Good view. Reasonably good fit so far. So he's got to paint the inside of that area. And we've got Dark Rowan saying, I will say night night as my dog now giving me the look, think he wants to go out. Probably does. And you got Corey saying, nope, not tonight, working on Eden Enchanted Garden guitar at the moment to be published on Monday. There you go. So, not that she's actually mentioned what thing she's publishing it on. Like I did say to her, I mentioned it. The name of her YouTube channel. One of these days she'll remember. And try and pimp herself a little bit. But yep, that's that ready. Okay. So, and put that out the back there. That's a little midget's reach. For some reason or other, he doesn't play with them ones. Don't know why. He just goes for the glass bottles and stuff that he knows will do the most damage, I think. So, yeah, we'll change back up to face cam. And there we go. That's another one over and done with tonight. Hope you've enjoyed the show. If so, and you're not subscribed, please feel free to do so. Hit the like button as well, most appreciated. And I will say good night for now, and hopefully see you all on Tuesday, where we carry on with the Rhino for the Blood Angels I'm doing for my eldest. So take